All right, so for graphic comic fans, you recognize the show, the clip from the beginning of the show. Great movie, by the way, Watchmen. The character was Dr. Manhattan. He was building a utopia from scratch in Mars. And, well, why could he do it? His powers were absolutely phenomenal. Near infinite abilities to transport things, invulnerability, self-sustaining, immortal, just super strength, telekinesis, whatever it was, he could do it. And essentially, he was the straw that stirred the drink, right? And that would be an understatement. Well, these days, I'm beginning to wonder if OpenAI is the straw that stirs the AI drink. I mean, the headlines every single day. There are at least 3 or 4 major headlines from this company, and every single time it moves the market. I'm going to bring in our IO Fund, their lead tech analyst, Beth Kindig. Beth, I know you focus on the picks and shovels and everything, but you also look at the big picture, right? Is OpenAI sort of the most pivotal story when it comes to AI development or deployment?
Yeah, I love your analogies, Charles, in terms of OpenAI being the straw that stirs the drink. Yeah, this company is very pivotal for AI deployment, and it's not because they own the entire AI stack. It's because they changed the pace of adoption. Enterprises rushed and started to hurry to adopt AI because of OpenAI. For investors, as you know, I'm a big picks and shovels proponent. And that's just because that's where the majority of the revenue and the profits are found right now. That's things like compute, networking, energy. I like that better for an investor right here, right now.
But do you think this news now that they're shifting to for-profit, I mean, a lot of people thought that was going to happen anyway. Does that sort of change the game? Does it add urgency? Because I read it, just getting ready for the segment, it threatens Apple. It threatens this company. I mean, it feels like, if nothing else, it puts a lot of pressure on already publicly traded companies to step up their game.
That's a good point. OpenAI is years ahead of some big tech names, like you mentioned. And by being for profit, they can actually speed up even faster on commercializing. And that piece is something to watch very closely.
You put out the IO top AI picks for the fourth quarter. I love your moxie, okay? Let's talk about, we're going to share 3 of them, and I'm urging everyone to watch, to go to your website if they can to get the rest of these names. On accelerators, so I want to go with number 4, Micron. I've got a selfish reason. I have subscribers in it. Stock has been amazing. I also wrote a piece about when Reagan used tariffs to save the semiconductor industry. It was J.R. Simplot of Micron that asked him to step in. So in many ways, we might not be having this conversation, but how did it leap to number 4 with accelerators? And you've got 3 areas of grading: financial, thematic, and valuation.
Yeah, Charles, who would have thought Micron would be up 3 or 4x compared to NVIDIA and Broadcom this year? And it really is that DRAM pricing. So HBM is these jargon words, high bandwidth memory. It's very critical for the next leg up in AI. It is increasing exponentially. Not only is it increasing 3.5x per GPU, but because GPUs are multiplying so quickly, and when you combine that, which is the number of GPUs multiplying plus per GPU, we're tracking a 34x increase over the last 3 or 4 years on DRAM, which is a big number. Now, when you look at its most recent earnings results, the AI segment, that's that DRAM segment, was surging. Most importantly, check out those margins, Charles. That is not the Micron we used to know when it was tied to consumer devices.
Okay, Reddit on data layering is huge. 10 of 10 of financials, 7 of 10 of the thematic evaluation. And this is a name, again, I don't know that a lot of people think about it, how it sort of has become a juggernaut here.
Yeah, Reddit actually gets my number 1 on AI software in that cohort. And it really is that valuable data that Reddit is sitting on. This is data that expresses human opinions and sentiment, which AI models desperately need. We can quantify that because Google has done a licensing deal with Reddit to where Reddit used to be number 85 ranked website. It is now in the top 5 ranked websites. We're talking up there with Facebook and YouTube. That's the power of a licensing deal with Google. And you can see it across the magnitude of their earnings beats last quarter. Again,
I would encourage everyone to look at the entire list, Beth. There's a couple names in there that are juicy, delicious, and there's some new names that I guarantee folks who watch this show have never heard of before, but they want to. You've been spot on for so long. We always appreciate you sharing this with us. Thank you.
Thank you.